Do you often feel confused as the technology around you is constantly adapting and changing into something newer and better, but you're not exactly sure how to use it? Hi, my name is Ben Flanders from Learn Create Build Academy, and welcome to What the Tech, our new show designed to help answer your technology-related questions and discuss as a community what we think about various topics. Now, as a company that provides technology-related camps to children between the ages of 7 and 14, we often get a lot of questions about what computers we use at the camps or computers that we would recommend for purchase at the home. This topic can be a little tricky as often narrowing down the selected computer often depends on a different subset of needs versus wants and stuff that's different based off of everybody who's looking for a new computer for the home. So today our goal on the show is to help you make that choice and inform you and empower you to be able to make that choice comfortably and know that what you're going to be getting is going to be perfect for what you need. Now, when it comes to PC shopping, it really breaks down into three different categories of shoppers. There's beginners, intermediate, as well as the advanced shoppers who are looking for a computer to match their interests. My guess is that most of you guys watching this video probably fall into that beginner category where you're just looking to get a laptop for your students so that they can use it for school and maybe step their foot into the door of PC gaming and other related computer programs. The nice thing is that if you do base your search off of gaming, that tends to scale really well with other programs as well, such as programming, video game design, video rendering, all of those things, because the parts are the same relatively that do all of those processes. So again, we're going to be breaking down that beginner category for you guys, and we're going to list off a few different recommendations for things that we think would work well in your home. And first, we're going to start by talking about a few different needs or wants that you may have. So if your student is looking into getting into gaming, there's a couple things that you might want to think about before making your purchase. Most of the time, we get this question asked to us in regards for Minecraft. The parents want to get their students a laptop that is capable of playing the game and running things well and will have room to expand in the future. Now, we are operating under the assumption that that is what you may be interested in, but do note that higher level games that are more graphically intense or just newer, they will take a beefier computer, so to speak, in order to run them at the same expected way. That being said, when you're shopping for a computer, there are three things you definitely want to be on the lookout for. The first thing is going to be your processor in your laptop. The second thing is going to be how much RAM the computer has. And lastly, what kind of graphics you're working with on the computer itself. Storage is also going to be important when you're looking at this. But as far as making the computer run the things that you want it to run well, those top three are very important. Now for processor, and again guys, when you are computer shopping, all of these parts will be listed in the description of the computer, so that'll kind of give you an idea. We wouldn't really recommend anything lesser than an i5 processor. Now if you guys don't know what I mean, Intel is the world's leading processor company that sells all kinds of different computer parts, and they basically categorize their processors using a system where it's either an i3, i5, i7, i9, so on and so forth. And the higher up you go, the more quality that processor is for several different reasons, which we can get into. If you guys have questions, definitely let me know in the comments below. The reason we say i5 is because we feel like this is the best bang for your buck as far as performance for your computer. While it may cost a little bit more than your i3s, it is also going to give you that headway leading into the future. You're not going to have to worry about your computer as much because it's a pretty solid processor. So that being said, there are several different processors along the i5 line. But again, we just feel like as long as you're kind of in that range, your laptop's going to perform pretty well for your basic needs. Again, this is for a beginner loadout into PC gaming and 3D modeling, graphic design, computer programming, stuff like that. So that's just our recommendation. Next is the RAM. Now guys, you're going to hear a lot of different opinions on RAM these days. I'll tell you how I view it, and you guys can let me know if you can sympathize with that or not. I would recommend, as a minimum, just because of future proofing and going forward, that you find a laptop that has 6 to 8 gigabytes of RAM. Personally, I would recommend 8. It may end up costing you a little bit more in the end. However, every game that is out now can run well with 8 gigabytes of RAM. And every program that I use, I have 8 gigabytes of RAM and it works well. And the reason that it works that way is because you really want to, like I said, just because you're getting a beginner basic level PC doesn't mean that you just want it to last for a year, right? You're obviously going to be using your money to make a big purchase. You want this thing to last well and hold up well for how technology is always shifting. Every year or so, a newer, bigger thing comes out, right? So, that being said, as long as you have 4 gigabytes, you should be okay for games like Minecraft and other things. However, if you are interested in making sure that your PC is going to hold up, I would search for something with 8 gigabytes of RAM. And again, that will be listed in the description of the PCs you're shopping for. As far as graphics, it doesn't really matter at a beginner level because you're probably going to be using Intel's integrated graphics with your processor. But to make it easy on you, just focus on processor and RAM, and your graphics will probably line up pretty well somewhere in there to make sure that your computer will run well. That being said, I know we're throwing a lot of information at you guys, but I hope that helps you in your search. We are going to list a few different options for you guys on a beginner level at the end of this video, and definitely be sure to contact us if you have any other questions about laptops that would work well for what we do at our camps versus other interests that you may have. Alright, so really quick, you guys, I did want to leave you with a few tips on your search. It is the perfect time of year for Christmas shopping for your student to get them something like this. I will say this, I think that a good guideline for beginner laptops is about $400 or less. You're obviously going to be looking for a great deal, but do note that with PC shopping and many other types of shopping, you do get what you pay for, so definitely make sure to take some time and look through it. But that being said, I'm on Amazon.com right now, and if you type in the word laptop, it's going to bring up thousands of different options. And just a quick little tip to help you out, all of those requirements that we put in this video can be filtered over here on the left side. So things like display size, if that's important to you, getting a big screen or a small screen, you can filter that out. Computer RAM capacity, so I'm going to click on 8 gigabytes of RAM. Again, you can go for 4. I just like to future-proof. If I'm going to be making a big purchase, I want to make sure it holds up to stand for time. So you can choose whatever RAM you want there. All right, then you can see up above here is your computer processor type. So we'll go ahead and click Intel Core i5. And now that has been filtered, you're going to have a much easier time shopping for something that's relative to your beginner needs. Again, we want to be able to play Minecraft. We want to be able to do computer programming, stuff like that, all while having a good laptop that's going to stand up and last us a while. So when we filter this, you can see there's a couple different options of different brands and laptops you can go through. HP, Dell, Asus, Lenovo, pretty much any of the major known computer brands are going to be okay. But obviously on a site like Amazon, you can read reviews and see what other people said about the laptops. You can see as we scroll through this list, most of these are kind of in that $400 mark on average, some being cheaper, some being a little bit more expensive. So again, I hope that helps with your search. As far as a recommended one, anything on this list is probably going to help suit your needs, so just make sure you take some time and actually read through it. That's probably the most important tip that we can give. Okay, so just a quick little recap. Do note, if you guys are looking for higher end PCs, we can also help you with that. You're looking at the intermediate level, probably around $600 to $900, and the advanced level anywhere from $900 to about $1,300 for a gaming laptop. Again, the only reason we use gaming as a metric is because if your computer is able to handle gaming, it's usually really good for those other processes as well, as far as video encoding, computer programming, as well as most of the time when this question is asked for us, it's so that the computer will be able to play Minecraft, which is pretty low on the difficulty scale for computers to perform, but that's why we use gaming as a metric. And remember, the 3 things to look out for are going to be your processor, your RAM, and then your graphics and storage. Just remember, i5, anywhere from 4 to 8 gigabytes, you'll be okay. And if you guys have any other questions, definitely ask us in the comments down below. We will try to address them promptly and help you guys in this holiday season. So thank you guys so much for watching this first episode of What the Tech. Definitely, if you guys have other tech related questions, leave them in the comments. Every week we'll address a new thing in technology and kind of help break it down, why we think it's cool, and discuss it in the video. And until then, I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, bye.